Welcome to Immediate Review. We gathered today in the brims of COVID to get together and watch a Creepshow holiday special, and my fucking god, it was awful. What the fuck?
It is just baffling how bad the Creepshow franchise is.
It's taken such a downhill, man.
All they're doing is making Creepshow 2 look like a masterpiece, man. That's all they're doing. Okay, so we're joined by Person A. All right, so the plot of this, it's about this guy who joins a group of Theranthropes Anonymous, which are people who can transform into various animals.
On the full moon, specifically. The whole Theranthrope thing is and you turn into an animal on the full moon.
And so we got a were-cheetah and a were-tortoise and a were-pig.
Were-boar.
Were-boar.
And he makes a hilarious joke about that.
A were-pig and some chick who's a furry. They just let her in because she's a furry.
They literally are just like, we just feel bad for her.
Yeah.
And
then she
make jabs at furries.
And then not only that, but then it's just like she's just like a stereotype like the whole time.
And there's some guy who doesn't talk. My general thoughts are, sadly, this is the best modern Creepshow thing I've seen.
Ooh.
It's better than every episode of the show I've seen. It's way better than the animated special we watched recently.
That was just bad.
That was like a chore to sit through. This was at least a fascinating train wreck.
It was just like, what? Every time they added another level or layer, it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So we find out eventually the first 20 minutes has nothing to do with Christmas, and I'm just asking myself, why is this a Christmas special? And then eventually we find out about Santa's origins as a Theranthrope hunter who
was ordained by God.
And teamed up with Satan to get Santa's claws.
Satan's claws.
And so he sends an army of mall Santas to go attack this group, and they must defend themselves. And I think that's as far as I want to even go on the plot.
Yeah, this is Santa's threatening stance with his claws.
Yeah, and he has 3-pronged claws, so he really
and
a suit
so dumb.
and a suit made of armor, and he looks like a fucking lobster.
He looks like a Power Rangers villain.
It's so bad. It's like, why did they do this? They try to do cool lighting effects, and the lights just look really cheap.
That's the other thing too, is the other Creepshow episodes rarely try to do that. So it was at least nice to see some amount of effort to match the cinematography of the original film. They failed, but it was nice that they tried.
Yeah. And this had some really just poorly done flashbacks and some needless transitions.
The entire
and
structure
stuff.
was awful.
It was just really, it
pointless
was
poop scenes.
Yeah, it's just what the fuck, guys? Come on, we were watching it and I was just this is one of those things that it's how did this make it through the whole process? How did somebody read the script and be or even just writing it, how were they writing it and be yep, this is what I want to make, and then someone read that and we're brilliant, this is what we're gonna make, and then they were making it, and all the actors and producers and everything, they were
cool.
hey, you know what, this looks professional, this looks like something I really want to get behind, and then they send it to Shudder, and Shudder's you know what, we're gonna fucking buy that. And here we are at the very end of the process.
Well, yeah, Shudder runs Creepshow. It's
so this is Shudder was already on
it's
board.
they made the whole thing. It's this is just.
It feels like some elaborate prank, honestly.
Yeah, it's the whole
they
thing.
Did,
the
Animorphs.
Script was a joke.
Oh.
It was the whole thing was a joke. It was they tried to make. They tried
to get the studio to not make this.
I mean, an army of fucking bell-ringing Santas that are
there's one
fucking werewolf hunters.
Where the Santa does the go-go thing where he like drops
a
bell and is like
spinning around. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
they try to have like funny natural conversations too that are just pointless that aren't
just
funny
bad.
And don't feel natural in any way.
And the furry character is literally just a bunch of stereotypes. So this is directed, right, by Greg Nicotero?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is
one of the greatest special effects artists of our time.
He's a big fucking deal. He references throughout this fucking movie amazing transformation scenes, specifically American Werewolf in London. Like, with their password being Landis and, like, them making American Tortoise in London jokes and shit like that.
You're so right, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, they constantly do it. And then it comes time for the transformation scenes. And holy fucking shit, it's fucking Power Rangers. It's fucking Power Rangers. It's worse than the old Animorphs.
I mean, the
scenes.
The special effects.
Fucking bad.
The special effects. The only one I thought looked bad was the turtle. And Santa, but just on a technical level, they were done well. But they used easy, quick cuts in order to show the transformation. They didn't really build on it and make you feel it.
Not only that, but they were so uninspired design-wise. It was so like cookie cutter. Let's grab a this or that mask out of there.
The cheetah looked better than Cats.
But that's not a very high bar. That's not a very high bar.
It wasn't shitty CGI. The whole time they were expecting that, and I was kind of like, no, I feel like Greg's not going to do that.
Instead, it was like he took a nap and let somebody else did it, and put his name on it, and referenced greater transformation scenes. And it's like, Greg Nicotero, what the fuck are you doing?
For me, this was just like a jumbled mess. The script had like very little direction. It's like somebody had an idea. It was like, what if, like, instead of Alcoholics Anonymous, it was for shapeshifters, and like some of them are like lame. And
some of them are lame.
And then they decided to like do that, and then halfway through the script, the producer came into the room and was like, "Yeah, isn't this supposed to be about Christmas?" And they were like, "Oh yeah," and they just fucking go on a tangent to just be like about fucking Santa Claus and Satan and God and fucking the Book of Bob and fucking
Book of Bob.
I don't, and then like a bunch of Santas show up and they fucking like start cryptic fucking shit, and it's just like, what the fuck
and
is going on?
And it turns into like an action shoot.
Yeah, like
please stop making Creepshow things, because you're never gonna capture that magic.
No.
The Creepshow was meant to be a tribute to Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror and all those comic books, and it was just meant to be just its own little thing. It got one sequel, and it was like, it should have just been left alone there. And now all they're doing is trying to recapture the magic of the movie that's a tribute to something else. And it's just like third generation references. Ugh. That's just completely uninspired garbage, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking work at all.
Final thoughts?
Man, yeah, it's like...
Alright, well, thanks for watching our only Christmas-themed video this month. Steve McQueen just took up all the spaces. Oh, by the way, sorry about education. We had technical difficulties and couldn't post education, unfortunately.
We loved it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was phenomenal. That's all we gotta say.
Alright, later guys.